Gumar Jobin from the Cape. This is the Rorschach, Georgia update from the 1st of August, 2024. Quick summary of what's going down in Georgia. Friday the 26th, Adam Kinzinger, the former U.S. congressman, spoke to Georgians, urging them to crush the Otsneba, reclaim their country from Bidzina Ivanishvili, whom he called corrupt and pro-Russian. He pushed for U.S. sanctions against Ivanishvili to support Georgia's fight for democracy. Kinzinger is retired, so is commenting in a personal capacity and was, of course, saying what all U.S. Democrats are thinking because he can speak freely. Otsneba people, of course, said that he is interfering in Georgian politics, although most Georgians will take this kind of interference over the Russian kind any day. On Monday the 29th, Tbilisi hosted the 11th European Air Gymnastics Championship. Athletes from all over Europe came to show off their skills. Switching to city improvements, the German government and UNDP finished a project on Thursday the 25th to make Kutaisi City Court accessible for people with disabilities. They installed stair lifts and tactile paths, making it easier for wheelchair users and visually impaired individuals to navigate. The German ambassador to Georgia, Peter Fischer, said this project promotes inclusivity and equal access to justice in Georgia. Previous updates, we've discussed the elections and the efforts being made to prevent outside interference. On that note, on Thursday the 21st, Natia Mezrishvili from Sakartvelostvis, or For Georgia political group under Gogi Gacharia, announced a new group to watch for election fraud. She emphasized the need for local and international support to ensure fair elections and fight misinformation and manipulation. The group plans to use technology to track voting and report any issues, aiming to uphold democratic standards. For the upcoming elections, on Friday the 26th, Irakli Garibashvili, the prime minister, announced that the October 26th elections will be internationally observed. There are already NDI observers on the ground, probably not much to observe, but good that they're getting up to speed early. Next, from NATO, on Wednesday the 31st, official Patrick Turner talked about former U.S. President Donald Trump's NATO policies and their impact on Georgia's NATO membership hopes. Turner stressed that Georgia needs to keep strong democratic principles to keep its NATO aspirations alive. On Friday the 26th, Yuri Kim, U.S. Deputy Assistant Secretary of State, advised against being too friendly with Russia, which, by the way, occupies 20% of Georgia's territory. She pointed out Russia's history of invading neighbors and warned against close ties with China due to dependency risks from Chinese loans and projects. Keep an eye on Anaklia Port. In economic news, on Tuesday the 30th, the National Bank of Georgia said it will keep gradually adjusting its monetary policy to stabilize the economy. This means managing inflation and supporting steady growth. The bank will adjust interest rates and control the money supply to avoid overheating the economy. So basically, now that the ruling party controls the central bank, they just announced that they will do what all central banks say they will do, in the hopes that this might calm rich people down, since everywhere else in the world, when ruling parties control central banks, it leads to disaster, and they want to keep everybody calm. Travel news, starting this autumn, Air China will begin regular flights to Georgia, marking its entry into the Georgian market. Having more than one Chinese carrier in Georgia could lead to lower prices for flights. On regional connectivity, Georgia announced a new bypass road in the Alazani Valley, Wednesday the 31st. Wednesday the 24th, Georgian judoka Lasha Bekauri won a gold medal at the Paris Olympics 2024. He competed in the men's 90-kilo category. Well done, Lasha. Speaking of achievements, let's move to a major infrastructure update. On Thursday the 25th, Belgian company Jan Den Uyl was awarded the tender for construction of the Anaklia deep-sea port. How that's going to get along with a Chinese company that's there is another question. The selection was based on Jan Den Uyl's extensive experience in large-scale port construction. Now, let's talk about a significant change in transport regulations. Now hear this. On Monday the 29th, the government announced that starting September 1st, motorbikes and mopeds will be allowed to use bus lanes in Georgia. This decision aims to reduce traffic congestion and improve the efficiency of road transport. The new regulation requires riders to adhere strictly to traffic laws to ensure the safety of all road users. Authorities believe this move will streamline traffic flow and encourage more people to use two-wheelers, which will contribute to less crowded roads. On Thursday the 25th, a severe road accident occurred in the treacherous roads of Tusheti, resulting in 1 death and 2 injuries. The accident happened on a steep mountainous road known for dangerous conditions. Despite quick response from emergency services, 1 person succumbed at the scene. 2 individuals were transported to a nearby hospital for treatment. Urban development on Wednesday, the 31st, Kachikaladze, Tbilisi mayor, checked out a new park being developed in Diditi Romi. Park will provide much-needed recreational space and green areas, playgrounds, and walking paths. This is part of the city's pre-election efforts to improve urban green spaces and quality of life. Some positive news. On the same day, 2 missing people were found in Svaneti after an extensive search. 2 men went missing while hiking in Svaneti Mountains on the 24th of July. The search and rescue operation involved a helicopter, volunteer citizens, local residents immediately after receiving a report from Emergency Service 2012. The men who managed to contact their families were found alive and unharmed. On Monday, the 29th, strong winds and heavy rain caused significant damage in Chiauri village located in Kakheti. The severe weather uprooted trees, damaged power lines, blew roofs off several houses. Local emergency services were quick to respond, working to restore electricity and clear debris from the roads. Many villages experienced power outages and property damage. Authorities are assessing the extent of the damage and planning further assistance to residents. Going back to city improvements, on Thursday the 25th, Tbilisi received a new street sweeper and garbage trucks from the EBRD. This is part of EBRD's Green Cities program to improve city services and make them more eco-friendly. And in culture, on Monday the 29th, Georgia announced plans for a new museum dedicated to Caucasian treasures. The museum will display artifacts and cultural items from the Caucasus region, aiming to preserve and promote its heritage and identity. And that's it for this week. Thanks for joining us. You know that besides the Georgia update, we also do others. Our latest ones are the Arctic update about the area north of the Arctic Circle, the ocean update about 70% of the Earth covered in salt water, multilateral update about all the world's major multilateral institutions. Other ones are country updates, got a selection of countries in Africa, Asia, South America, and Europe. Check Rorschach.com/updates to see the full list and find the link in the show notes as well. Nachmandis.